Thanks for joining me for this awesome leg workout. So when we work our legs, we're able to increase our muscle tone, increase our heart rate, therefore increasing our fat burn. And a lot of exercises dealing with the legs also increase our bone density due to some impact. With this workout, I will definitely be providing you some modifications if you cannot do plyometrics or you have any conditions that require any modifications for wrist, pregnancy, low back, or otherwise. So let's get this workout started. Join me. It's going to be 40 seconds on, 10 seconds off. We'll have lots of time to go through each exercise. Relax your body, release it out. Shoulders are back and down, abs are tight. And let's go ahead and squat down and bring it back up. Squatting down and back up. Just warm up that body. Really focus on tracking your knees. You want your knees pointing straight forward as you do this. Really keeping your abs nice and tight and powering your hips forward. Brilliant job. Keeping that core nice and tight as you work. Breathe into it. Shoulders stay down, chest stays open. You got this. Use your exhale as you do the exertion. So exhale to press up. Breathe. Keep your core tight. Keep your lower abdominals in. And release it out. Good. Shake it out nice and steady. From there, we're going to go into alternating step back lunges. So we're going to bring our feet right in line, hip distance apart, shoulders are down. You're going to go ahead and step your right foot back and bring it back in. And then left foot straight back. You want to put that foot back so that it's perfectly in line with the back knee, so that as you bend, your knee is nicely supported, your front knee is directly over your ankle. Alternating, keeping your core tight. If you need to hold on to anything, you're welcome to. If you need to go a little bit slower or bend a little bit less, that's fine too, but focus on your core connection. And I didn't mention, if you want to make it harder, you can throw a band around your thighs, or you can grab some hand weights and have them down by your side. Really great way to increase the load as well. Good, release, shake it out. Next exercise is squat jumps. We're gonna squat down and we're gonna do a little hop up. If you can't squat jump, you're gonna squat down and come up into a calf raise. Let's go. Drop down and calf raise, or give me a little hop. Breathe. Get those legs warmed up. Get them going. Those big muscle groups are going to start to fire. And we're going to go through all of them. We're going to hit our glutes, our hamstrings, our calves, inner and outer thighs. We're going to do small intrinsic muscle groups, big muscle groups. Use your exhale. You can exhale to go up or exhale to come down. For me, I like to exhale down because I like to really make sure that I'm tracking my knees. But maybe you need the exhale to power you up. One more time, and release it out. Come down into your side plank. So we're gonna side plank on our shins. We're gonna prop ourselves up. If you wanna be on your hand, you're welcome to. And we're gonna rotate our top knee, open and close. Keeping your core nice and tight. Everyone can do some version of side plank. If you cannot prop yourself at all due to a shoulder injury, you can lay down and do your clamshells right here. So keep it moving, find your breath again, especially if you did those jump squats. Try to get your heart rate back down as we work. So lots of different options here for your side plank, keeping your core tight, or again, all the way up. Find stability in your shoulder, length through your spine, a lift in your oblique. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. Swing those legs around. Try to choose the same position. If you have a severe injury in one side and you didn't take that into consideration for the other side, then of course alter this side appropriately. But the goal would be that if you were laying down on one side, you lay down on the other side. Keeping your abs tight. Focusing on that lift here. We don't want to lift so high that we're going in here and crunching into our shoulder. We want to focus on almost like a big wide belt pressing into our side. And then with this hip, we're squeezing our glute and rotating our knee up, but we're not letting our hip roll back or putting pressure on our kneecap. So any of you with any knee injuries, you shouldn't feel it on this one. You want to make sure you're really stable through the side of your shin. Exhale and breathe. We got one more. These are quick workouts, you guys. Nice and quick. Okay, from here, we're going to come into plank. And we're going to do a froggy jump and back. Now, if you can't jump or if you don't have that hip flexibility, you're going to go one foot and alternate other foot. Or you're going to come here. Or you're going to step forward and step back. Step forward and step back. But, like I said, there's an option for everyone. Use those legs. Breathe. Pop those hands off if you can. Keeping your core tight. Almost there. Working those legs. Again. Breathe. If you're moving, you're doing awesome. Doesn't matter what regression or progression you take. Keep your body moving. Next one, we have plank jacks. So, modification. One foot out, other foot out. One foot out, other foot out. If you can plank jack it, you're jumping out and in. If you need to be on your forearms, let's go forearms. If you need to come to stand, get off those hands, do it here. Working those legs, okay? However you need to do it, make it happen. Focus on your control, keeping your abs tight. Again, you can step out, working those legs. Regardless, you're working, and that's what matters. I'm so proud of you. Breathe. Don't give up. One more second, and release. From there, we have crab dips to alternating toe touch. So, modification first. You're leaning back, lift, opposite leg to hand. If you can, pop yourself up. Woo! Pop yourself up and touch. Do you really want to make sure, unlike what I just did, you want to make sure you're in the center. You don't want to rock your body from right to left, but instead, you want to bring your limbs to the center as you work. Working those hamstrings and tapping through. Get that cardio and breathe. Again, you can totally set the hips down and lift those legs to work through those quads. 3 more. And release it out. Lay on down. So as we go into bridging, there's a common misconception that it's all about lifting your hips up and getting height. It is not. It's about using your glutes. So squeeze your butt and go back down. Squeeze your glutes and go back down. If you're in your second or third trimester of pregnancy, keep your hips level to your shoulder. Don't go up too high. Otherwise, if you're able to and you don't have any low back pain, not cramping in the hamstrings, you can take it up as high as you can to a straight line, not allowing yourself to go into a bow or a full rainbow. Again, limit your range as needed to make sure you're accomplishing it in your glutes. Beautiful, last one. Good, right leg straight up to the ceiling. Flex that foot. Exhale, lower, and lift the leg. Now the biggest thing I'm looking for is what's called the VMO. It is the quad muscle that inserts into the inside of the knee. I would like to see that muscle active and engaged, pulling those abs in nice and tight and focusing on that muscle staying active for the stability and the security of your kneecap. Use your exhale, breathe. You got this. Nice and steady. Don't give up on me now. I know you're feeling that quad work. It's okay. It's okay to feel it. We want to feel it. That's how we know we're going to grow, get better, get stronger, feel better. Okay, here we go. Hold it up so knee is level to the other knee and give me little circles. Now as we do these circles, no rocking and rolling in your pelvis. Save the salsa dancing for another night, okay? Keep those hips really still. Breathing into it. You got this, you got this. Keep it going. Nice and steady. How does that quad burn? How's that quad feeling for you? Deep breath. We're almost ready to circle the leg the other way. You ready? Circle it the other way. Don't let it drop. Don't let it go down. Energy through that heel, keeping the belly button deep into your spine. I'm so proud of you. Keep those hips really stable. I like to put my hands here to make sure I'm really not working into that leg. And yeah, my quad is dying. It's okay. It's gonna be fine. Breathe. Lower that leg a few inches from the floor. Don't let it touch the floor. Curl your upper body up as an option. Open and close the leg, squeezing with your inner thigh. If you have neck strain or low back pain, you can keep that head down. But honestly, if you have low back strain, curling up allows you to feel more protected through that low back. It's inches from the floor. I know the leg is burning, but this is the last set on this leg and we switch. And then it has a lot of time to relax. Breathe. Woo! Shaky, shaky. These are those endurance muscles. These are the small, tiny muscles, and the big muscles getting exhausted, having to connect in for stability, for control, and for that endurance. Hands can be behind the head if you need it. Nice and steady. Come on. Don't give up on me. Keep those abs flat. Let's go. 4 and 3. I'm with you on this. 2. One more time. Woo! Shake it out. Bend that knee. Give it a good pat. Massage it. Show it some love. And then let's get ready for the other leg. Flexed foot, active in that leg. Let's lower and lift. This is what's amazing about all of this, right? Like, think how your leg feels right now. And you had nothing. You didn't have a band. You didn't have a gym. You didn't have a Pilates reformer. You had your body and your mental focus, and you got a solid leg workout. So don't think you need a lot of space. Don't think you need a lot of equipment. You can do this. Just put your mind to it, focus on the muscle contraction, and go for it. Breathe. Use your exhale. Awesome, awesome. Bring that knee level to the other knee and give me some circles. Nice and steady. Abs are tight. Like it's no big deal. Oh yeah. Heel energized. Keeping your abdominals nice and engaged. Relax your shoulders. Think about laying in a beach, warm sand on your back. Go to that happy place as you do this. You can do it. Give me 3, 2, 1. Circle the other way. Breathe. This is when that quad really has to be active. You can't be sloppy in the leg. You have to be energized. What do I mean by energized? I want you to feel like your heel could actually touch the wall far away from you. I want you to feel like your leg is a foot longer than it is and get those muscles to get tension on them. You're almost there. Hopefully my talking is not distracting you from doing the exercise, but distracting you from the pain and out and in. For that work. Again, I use the word pain. This is not pain. This is engagement. This is a workout. This is muscle building, muscle strength. We love that. If you then release your leg down and you're just fine, you're fine. Breathe. Again, I like to hold an ab curl. It helps protect the pelvis and the low back. If you want to do it with your head down because you get neck strain, that is not a problem. Just watch your leg doesn't go too low. Breathing into it. You can do this. Ooh, I'm sweaty. Whew. Nice control. Come on. 5 and 4. Keep it going. 3. Nice work. 2. One more time. And release it out. Beautiful. Pat it out. Release it out. Nice and steady. All right. So let's go ahead and come back from there. We're going to go for a step back lunge to a high kick. So coming to standing, we're going to step straight back. We're going to kick up nice and high. Step straight back, kick up nice and high. I'll do it from a side view. The same side lunge that we did earlier with alternations, but now we're adding a high kick. That kick is not this beautiful elongated quad contractor. This is about really getting that length through that body line. Beautiful. Breathing into it. Stepping back, focusing on the control through your front knee, not wobbling. Beautiful, good job, you guys. Last one. Shake it out. Breathe into it. From there, we're gonna go ahead and go into the next leg. So I'm gonna do again from a side view. Step straight back, drop down into that lunge, kick that leg out. Good, you can have your hands wherever helps you balance. If you need to hold on to something like a chair on the side or a dining table, you can do that. My recommendation for how to work on your balance and get that balance control is to look at something that you can point at, look at, straight at, and fixate on it, and it will help you with your balance. You're almost there. Just a little bit longer to go. You totally got this. Hang in there. Give me 2 more kicks. Last one. And release it out. Amazing. So from there, we're gonna go into curtsy lunges. Our right leg is gonna go back. We're gonna stay there, and we're gonna pulsate in it. So drop down, and then pulse. Breathe. Keeping those abs tight, keeping the belly button in. Shoulders are down, chest is open, and we're sinking the back knee straight down. Yeah, burns. Breathe. Again, you have to kind of wrap your head around what is burning, gonna get over it, work through it, mental fortitude, and what is pain and injury and a problem. And usually many of us know it and many of us have to learn it, but stick with it. Breathe into it. Get stronger so one day your workout is your warm-up. And release out. Let's go ahead and switch to the other leg. Set your foot up nice and steady. Take your other leg, turn it out with your hips not moving. Step it back. That's how you know you're in good position. And let's start to pulse. As we pulse, imagine you have your hips on an elevator, like a buoyancy table, just going back and forth, up and down. It's not going forward and back. We're not weight shifting across that way. Just up and down. Breathing into it. Keeping our core tight. Again, if you need to hold on to something to get the most out of your workout and feel safe, you can absolutely touch a wall or hold onto a chair. Breathe as you work. Keep your core connected. Deep breath. You got this. Nice and steady. Coming up out of it, let's go ahead and bring our feet into a Pilates V. Heels together, turned out, first position, and lift and lower those heels. Working through our calf raise, keeping your core nice and tight as we work. Now, something I love is as you're gonna lower your heels, I want you to imagine you're really zipping your inner thighs together and pulling the inside of you up, like 2 stories if you're thinking about going up an elevator. And as you do that, you're gonna feel your pelvic floor draw up, your inner thighs squeeze tight, your glutes wrap and clench. You get so much more out of this calf exercise with stability versus just kind of popping and rolling those heels. So really think about all the dynamic work that you can get out of your legs, not just out of your calves, to do this. Beautiful. Awesome. Bring your feet to parallel, hip distance apart. Bend your knees to a pain-free bend. Again, each is gonna be to their own. Some of you might be down here. Some of you might be really high, barely bending. Arms are out. We're gonna lift both heels and pull one arm back, alternating which arm we're pulling back. Stay in your bent knee position. Keep your core tight. I'm gonna show it from a side view as we go. Squeezing your shoulder blades as you pull that arm back, rocking up your heels. Core is tight, abs are in as we work. Can you get lower? Get lower. Woo, those shaking legs when I get lower. How about you? So proud of you. You can do this. Again, higher or lower, as long as you're working, is fine with me. Last one, and release. Good, wide legs turned out. We're gonna go into sumo squats. As we go into our sumo squats, I want your knees to be directly over your ankles and also not falling in. Bring it up again from a side viewpoint. As we do this, a lot of people drop their knees in from their ankle. You gotta spin through your hips as you work. So down and up, keeping that lateral rotation, spinning those legs in the hip socket to keep that open hip rotation. Beautiful, keep it going. Nice and steady, keep going. Down and up, keep your core tight. Think of those inner thighs squeezing together, like you're zipping up a tent, your favorite jacket. The zipper's right here, and you're zipping down. Keep that turn out, protect your knees. Beautiful. Good. Holding it there. You're gonna bring your feet back to parallel. You're gonna go forward and off to one side. And then hinge forward through your hips and side lunge to the other side. Keeping your core tight, pulling your belly button into your spine. Oops, sorry, forward and switch, good. Forward hinge, knees stay straight, and then side bend through. Forward hinge and side lunge. As we go into our side lunge, line your whole body up against an imaginary wall. Feel that line up across. One more time. Beautiful. We're almost there. We have something called good mornings, and we're gonna do this in a staggered position. So 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. You're gonna have your hands forward as if you're holding weights. Maybe you are holding weights. Bend your knees slightly. Hinge at your hips like you just learned, and take your hands 1 inch below your knees. Squeeze your butt and stand up. Your back knee is kind of staying bent the whole time as you work, and you're powering your hips under you, clenching your glute. Good job. Shoulders are back and down. Breathe into it. Keep your core tight. Abs stay engaged. You got this. Switching legs. Take the other leg back, keeping your abs tight. Nice and steady, shoulders are back and down. Bend that knee slightly. Hinge forward. Squeeze it up. Think about propelling your hips forward and getting your butt under you. Again, you can have hand weights in your hands, but most importantly is that you're connecting with good form, straight through. Keep your head on the prize, straight forward for your balance, not letting your head dip or letting your back round. Keeping a straight spine, flat back throughout the exercise. Connecting through, you can bring your foot closer even for more glute activation. So keep it really close. Use your exhale. One more time. Beautiful. On this last one, if for any reason you have major low back issues or pregnant, please do not lay down on your stomach. You can do this laying on your side. So what you're gonna do is if you are in that condition, you're gonna just push your leg back and connect through your glute here. Otherwise, I would like you on your stomach and you're going to lift that leg up and back. Focusing on your glutes and hamstrings. Pointed toe if you can. Flexed foot is fine if you need it. But what I don't want is you to go into your low back regardless of the position that you're choosing. Breathe as you work. Connecting in through the hamstring with a lengthened state. You should start to feel the tension and tightness in the back of your thigh. Keep your core engaged, keeping your abs tight. Beautiful. Switching legs, whether you're laying on your side or not, activate through, connect through your core, slight lift in the body, and pull back. Engaging those hamstrings. Breathing into it. Nice and steady. Again, if you're laying on your side, I'm going to do it from the back view. You want to focus on connecting through your butt and down the leg without going into your low spine. Good, no alteration in your low back. If you need to put a hand back there, you should not feel any movement. Squeeze your butt, activate through. Good job, you guys. You got this. I'm so proud of you. Beautiful. Last exercise. We're going to be either kneeling, hinging back to connect our glutes. If you can't put the weight on your knees and you can be on your stomach, you're going to be here. You're squeezing your heels and lifting those knees up. And if those are not options for you, you're going to go ahead and go on your back, squeeze your glutes up, and you're going to do little pelvic tucks in that position. Everyone can do one of those variations, focusing on that connection. And if for any reason you find that none of those variations work for you, contact me, reach out to me. I'm happy to give you some options. There's always options, always. Keep your butt tight, squeeze those glutes, push the feet to the ceiling. Or you're hinging back, nice and steady, and release it out. Woo! You did it! Legs, legs, legs. Don't skip leg day. However you want to look at it, I am so incredibly proud of you. I'm really glad that you joined me for this. Keep in mind, we do have a 14-day leg challenge that you can sign up for and do anytime you want. The leg challenge provides you emails to give you motivation and support. We have a private Facebook group that is there to support you on your goals regardless of when you sign up for this challenge. And of course, you have me giving you exercises, giving you modifications, and giving you cueing that is appropriate for you to get you to the next step. Thanks so much for joining.